Hey there everyone and welcome back to Canva course from basic to advanced. And for this lesson or for this chapter number 7, I'm going to show you what you can do with graphics and icons. So I'm going to be using elements, the graphic elements and icons, to give some examples of some different designs and show you how you can improve your designs, make some unique, cool and creative looking designs. So let's go ahead and get started. So now, as you can see, I have opened up Canva. I have opened up a new project over here, and I'm going to go to elements and show you what you can do with your graphics and icons. So, but before that, let me just go ahead and select a template over here and search for, let's say, graphic or graphics. Let me just go for a graphic over here, and you'll see that there are a lot of templates here that you can work with. Right now, previous we used text, right? So I'm going to go ahead and let's say use this. So this is a very good example of graphic design. I'm going to add a new page in over here. Now, instead of page 2 by 2 over here, I will go ahead and select it like this. As you can see, we can select our grid view like this and edit it like this. But I'll just make it so that it looks like this, or expand it to just use my scroll wheel to go ahead and go between these two. Okay, so now I'm just going to go ahead and try to copy this, but as you can see, these are the icons, these are graphics over here, this line is over here, and we have like two simple text boxes over here. So if I were to go over here, I'll just go to elements over here. I'm just going to drag a line. Now I'll try to make this, but design this in a much more unique way. Okay, so at the center over here, I'll just go ahead and drag this to keep it at a single frame, because I would want to keep it at a single frame without disorganizing everything else. So we have graphic design text over here, but I'm just going to add in a text box, just a normal text box. I'm just going to add a subheading in. Okay, so here it says graphic design, right? So I'm going to type in graphic design. There you go. And just have this design and second line over here. There you go. Now I'm just going to reiterate it or realign it towards the left side. There you go. And have an underline to it. And why I give the underline, I want to make sure that this underline or this line over here goes on top of this line like this. There you go. Then selecting this line, I'm just going to place it right over here. There you go, and then place this right over here. Now this line is a bit more thinner than this line, so I'm just going to go ahead and increase the thickness to it to, let's say, 5. I think 5 would do. Yes, 5 would do. Perfect. There you go. Now I have a cool design over here, as you can see, right? Graphic design. Now comparing it to our previous one, it looks a bit more unique, right? Now having this icon, this bulb over here. So I'm just going to go to elements over here and just type in idea. This graphics design is all about idea generation. You have creativity, right? So I'm just going to go ahead and use that. There you go, and place it right over here. Then scale it down a little bit. There you go. So we have graphics design, we have this one. Now what elements do we have? Our work is good and in accordance with our customer wishes, right? I'm just going to go ahead and create another text box over here and paste that one over there. There you go. And I'm going to make it so that it's from the right side and paste it right over here. There you go. I'm going to make the text size to 20 to make it look much more neat and organized, as you can see. 20 over here, and then give it an italic format. There you go. It already looks very flourished. Right now, I'm just going to go ahead and add an effect in and add spice in. No, I'm not going to add no effect. I'll just going to go ahead and add that. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and copy and paste it like this, and I'm just going to go ahead and delete this. I don't need this, so I'm going to go ahead and delete that. There you go. As I have done doing that, now I'm just going to go to some stickers and add some stickers in. Going to elements over here, we added the idea sticker. Right now let's go for a brain sticker. Okay, so as you can see, we have brains. Now this looks like a brain, this looks like a good one. Instead of this, we can use this. I'm just going to go ahead and use this instead of that one. There you go. That looks wonderful, right? Now I'm just going to add some more elements or shapes into it to have a unique effect. So I'm going to go to shapes over here. Just going to go ahead and select a triangle over here. Paste it, let's say, over into my grid over here, and paste this one as well and paste it right over here. There you go. Now here's the differentiation part. I can create a rhombus like this, group them up together. Paste this, let's say, right over here, right? I can also like paste it right over here to have giving it a design, you know. Then I'll go ahead, press Ctrl and second bracket, the beginning, to place this like behind my other objects for layers. Underneath positions here, underneath layers here, you can see this. You can also adjust it and move it accordingly here as well. But I'll just keep it as it is, as you can see. So it's there, right? But I will also add another object over here. Select this one, going back to my position layers over here. I'll put this right above this shape over here and place this right over here. There you go. Then I can adjust this however I want. So let me just go ahead and adjust this to, let's say, this way. Okay, there you go. And that also looks cool, right? Now I'm just going to go ahead, add in a circle like this, and sorry, not circle, a rectangle. But I don't want this one to be here, so I'm just going to add this one here. Why? Because I can increase or decrease the size like this, right? So I'm going to increase it like this, make it a little bit short like this. There you go. Over here, change the color, tweak the color a bit like this. There you go. And make it a bit more transparent. There you go. And going back to position, going back to layers, I'm just going to place this right below here. There you go. As you can see, this looks wonderful. Right now, I'll just expand it to like this area over here. If I wish to, I can just expand it to this area, or just move this one a little bit towards the left side over here. And then have another box like this. I'll just copy it by holding down Alt and then pasting it on top, right? Then I'll just go ahead and paste this right over here, move it right over here, and move it right over here. Then change this one's color to, let's say, this color over here. I'm going back to position. As you can see, this is the layer which is below all these layers. So these layers will not be affecting, or this one will not be affecting this layer, these objects. As you can see, it already looks neat and clean, but the top side and the bottom side are empty, right? So how can you like make more? So you can see like you have like, this is graphic design, so you need a computer design, right? You need a computer design and all the other rest of the things, right? So you can also do that as well if you want. But I'm just going to add in another circle like this. I mean rectangle like this. Place this right over here. Rotate this to about 45-degree angle. Place this right over here. Move this like that. Move this like here. Again, rotate it so that it fills our graphics design segment, our text in, and then again move it so it fills up like that. There you go. Right now, going back to our position over here, I'm just going to go ahead and move it below this part so that it falls up there. There you go. Now I'm going to add another rectangle here and make it so It fits this area. There you go. Again, copy another version of it. Make it so another one falls upon this area. Within our frame. Then I'm just going to go ahead and group these two together by pressing Shift and selecting these two. And then I'll just go ahead and log them in so that I do not interact with them anymore. But I can go, as you can see. So there you go. We have created a nice unique design. Now, if you want, you can also go ahead and create this design in various other ways. Like for example, you can have a rectangle, you can add a rectangle, a triangle like this over here, for example. You just go ahead and try to match it with the curve. There you go, that looks perfect. So I'm going to go ahead and place that over there, right? Now I'm going to go ahead and change the color to this one, for example. As you can see, it matched that, right? But it's a bit different because you need another triangle over here. So what I can do is I can go back to shape, take another triangle, paste it, let's say right over here, and then scale it down a bit so that it fits this exact part over here. There you go. Then change its color as well to this one. And then while selecting both of this, I'll just move them towards the left side so that they fit and they cut through over here. There you go. Now I'll zoom out a bit and there you go. So you can use stickers, you can use elements, graphic elements, and everything else the way that I have shown you as an example to create your own unique designs. You can, if I want to, I could add more elements to the bottom side, towards the top side over here, add in a frame or add in several like borders and create a custom frame and so make it look much more prettier, neater and cleaner. But at the end of the day, it depends on you how creative you are and how inspired you can be. Like for example, I just built this from scratch, right? And I only got like inspired from this design and I like brainstormed a bit on creativity and how I can like be more creative and use the other elements which are not on that spot or on that page, on page number 1. So that will be all for this lesson on graphic elements and stickers, and I'll be seeing you in the next one.